I am going to go. Okay, so first of all, we're gonna talk about how Halo set supposedly some viewership record for Paramount Plus, and I'm going to tell you why, even if that is true, this is one of the worst things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm going to tell you this as somebody who does not play the games.
No.
So this is not coming from a person who's like, oh my God, they didn't adapt it just the way I want.
No. Brett's stuck in the 64.
And younger, 64 and older.
You're
like
right.
so N64, Sega, regular Nintendo, Atari, Game Boy, GameCube, or not GameCube, Game Gear. I have a Game Gear. Okay, so Halo was once supposed to be to put Xbox on the map as place for original scripted programming. Instead, the adaptation of the popular video game is helping to establish another digital platform, Paramount Plus. According to the Paramount streamer, Halo has set a new record as the service's most watched series premiere globally in its first 24 hours of release, topping the previous mark established by Yellowstone's prequel 1883. Which happened in December. As usual, no numbers were provided for reference. So you just, whenever these types of things happen, whenever there's a new record from a streaming service, it's basically that meme. It's source, trust me, bro. It's like, yeah, trust me, bro. It totally set a record. It says it also drew 4.9 million viewers in a promotional linear airing behind Yellowstone on Paramount Network. I didn't even know Paramount had a regular network. We will get a sense of the scope of Halo's viewership when Nielsen's streaming rankings for this week come out. A Paramount Plus original is yet to crack the Nielsen top 10. I remember I did see that was
right. So, like, straight off the bat, like, this is a very misleading, like, title. Because,
Yes.
like, it was, like, a top performing for Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
Like, but yet, Paramount Plus, like, has never broken a top 10, so who cares?
Exactly.
Like, your show, like...
Okay. Guys...
Make it beat your stuff?
Yeah.
I am the exact target audience that they supposedly wanted for this show. I am the person who is vaguely curious, loves good television, doesn't have any connection to the source material. This is disgustingly bad.
Okay, why?
There is not, save for two people, a single likable character in this entire show.
Yeah.
Not one. If you guys saw Inhumans, these sets are worse than Inhumans. The stuff inside the ships, it looks like fan fiction. Everything notes of everything I hated about the show. Actually, you know what? I'll start with stuff that was actually good.
No, don't.
No.
There's
There's a couple of things that were good. There are some decent shots where they have Master Chief and it switches to first person camera inside his helmet, and that stuff's good. So it feels very much like the game. It feels like, and anytime he's on comms in his helmet talking, that's good. He's the only person that I would consider a likable character, but he's not in it enough to really like it's. Ooh. Okay, so you're on this. All of these people are just bickering. I think I heard the word insurrection 9 times.
No way.
9 times in the making of this. Oh God. So basically, Master Chief is not really the most important character. There's a character named Quan Ha. Extremely unlikable.
What does she do?
And by the way, guys, I'm going to preface by saying that none of this is to say that these are bad actors. I'm saying that these performances, most likely by the fate of the director, are why these were bad performances. If you're going to make a show...
Guys, Brett doesn't mean that, but I do. I'm saying that. I'm saying they're bad actors. I'm saying that like everyone's bad.
Okay.
Please keep going.
Okay, so in a world like this where you're going to stray this far from the source material, so you don't get your built-in video game audience to give it cred, you need to make these characters likable. Right. If you're going to make a show like, say, Banshee or any of these other kind of more visceral dramas, you can make characters pieces of shit annoying and it fits within the world. Mm-hmm. A show like this, which is fantasy. It is essentially science fiction. There needs to be... The first thing it reminded me of visually was a show called Killjoys. That's bad because Killjoys was like a sci-fi show, so the budget should not evoke Killjoys at all. But the characters in that show were likable. Hannah John Kamen plays a character in that show. Likable. The girl who plays Quan Ha, not likable. The lady...
Why is she not likable?
She's annoying.
I can't explain. Like I can't explain what it is like.
Is
Okay,
she like Rose from Star Wars?
there, she's being. It's almost like she's being like standoffish and stereotypically male in a weird way, in a way that just doesn't work because she's tiny. And there's the lead the admiral is played by Shabana Azmi, who apparently is like one of the most highly respected actresses in India. So this is clearly, if that's true, this is a problem with the way that this was written, right? It's a problem with the way it was presented. So it feels like she's the most Natasha McKellen's I don't know how to pronounce. I was the Dr. Halsey, the admiral, everyone in the ship is unlikable and does not look believable in any way, shape, or form.
Brett, this is like 1 out of 10 out of 265 genius drafts.
Yes,
that were written.
Okay, there's the Natasha, the Dr. Halsey has one good scene at the end, and then there's another character who is Captain Jacob Keyes. He is likable, and he gets lectured by his own daughter, who is like, who then gets met. She has a thing where she complains about her mom, how her mom's never going to promote her. You're in like a galactic war, dude. Office politics is not what people care about in this case. It all felt like stupid, trivial, human bullshit in the middle of supposed a galactic war. That makes no sense. Okay, I am trying to be very accommodating.
Is it propaganda laced?
I think I heard the word propaganda 9 times in the process of this show. It's so bad. I literally, I can't put it into words.
Is the action good?
The effects are garbage.
Really?
I will give them credit that the opening scene, of course, I watched it on that TV, not like maybe on a slightly smaller TV, it wouldn't have been as noticeable. But to me, I will give them credit that they at least tried to do it during the day. They didn't try to do the bullshit where they make the action scene take place at night because it's easier to do the special effects that way. But all I thought of was like Halo wine moms. All the generals are women in a world that is, it goes against, this is not to be mean, but this is like in human nature is that men are the ones who want to go to war. So it just feels to me like propaganda.
Not in the year 10,000 trillion, 4 billion, banana, billion.
It just, and then like when I was like putting up with it, but when the daughter was the Olive Gray's character, when she lectures her own father about like humanity and like doing right and wrong, I'm just like, oh, fuck off. I have a high tolerance for this shit these days.
Yeah,
but,
you watch that Superman show.
Yeah, that's not that bad. The show is objectively not super great, but it's kept mainly But okay, so I can't put into words why it's so current year. Like 10 years,
obviously, dude. Like they based it off nothing. Obviously, they were gonna put a bunch of
the worst
like
part. Okay,
girl bosses in like the Halo world.
That's what it is. It's Yas Queen Slay
Yes.
in outer space. It's Yas Queen Slay in outer space with wine moms who are pretending to be military advisors. Fuck off. It does not work. If you got a woman, like if they took that same role. That admiral's role, and obviously she's not old enough, and they gave that role to Gina Carano. Yeah, fuck yeah.
She would have rocked it.
I'd buy that. But this and then the Quan Ha character, super unlikable. She's like talking back to Master Chief, even though he's like holding her captive. Like you don't talk back to your captive or to your captor like that. And it's like all of it sounds like petty, mean girl bullshit. The way they're talking, they don't talk like they're in the military. They don't talk like they've been fighting a war. They talk like people in 2022 America would talk to people on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize.
Let us
The
tell
worst
us how you really
the
feel.
worst part at the end. Like I said, this should not happen because I am the target demographic. There's so many ways they could have done this where it wouldn't have been so bad. He takes his helmet off in the first episode, and they play it as if it's this big moment that nobody earned. She was talking back to you like 5 minutes ago, and now you're taking your helmet off to protect her. So you're just an idiot, okay? It's that stupid. It's that dumb. Do not watch it. I don't say that very often. If they made the show about Captain Jacob Keyes, and they made it about Master Chief, and they made it about what was her name, and then just the doctor, the annoying talking back girl's mom, Dr. Halsey. If they made it about those 3 characters, so like that, the husband and the wife, got rid of the annoying lecture daughter who talks back to her own father, even though he's her superior. Got rid of her, had just the husband and the wife, and then Master Chief. Go with it.
Brett, can we hate watch this together?
We can do it after this. Like I'm literally I'm doing a really awful job because I'm trying to be.
You're doing an excellent job.
I'm trying to be as amenable as possible. Really, when it comes down to it, it's not that hard to make me happy when watching this stuff. Don't use 2020 like using.
Just make it an action.
Using mainstream media buzzwords.
Using make it an action movie.
Using mainstream media buzzwords takes you out of it. Okay. Having one, first of all, and the pacing was garbage because they have the big action scene at the beginning and then nothing. So it's like, I get the point of having like a hook in the first 5 to 10 minutes, but you have a hook done in 17 minutes and the episode's an hour long. So another 40 minutes of nothing but, of wine moms talking on a freaking spaceship.
Do we know if it ever trended on Twitter?
I have no idea. I don't care. Like I said, if I'm this annoyed, I imagine how annoyed the people who play the game are.
All I want to see, the only statistics I want to see is like episode 1 compared to episode 2.
Yeah, exactly. So also here's the other thing to point out. It's like, it says it breaks this record, right?
It says like it's already like green lighted to like season 2.
Yeah, there's going to be season 2. Okay, so if you get rid of all the characters, have it just be Master Chief, the Dr. Halsey, and his wife, then sure. But the rest of the characters can go jump off a spaceship, as far as I'm concerned. But here, so it says it sets a premiere viewership record. But then you go look at the Rotten Tomatoes, 60 and 60, negative all around.
60 is like not. 60 is like you're.
That's a D. That's a failure. Okay, so and then if you look at the reviews, and I'm not even talking about looking at the actual reviews, but all the ones from actual video game sites are negative. So it says the Halo series has absolutely no vibes. It is paint by numbers, Hollywood, designed by committee, yes, Queen Slay, bullshit.
Who could have possibly predicted this?
It's so like
what beautiful golden giant had the foresight to know that if you don't actually play the thing, you won't make it good.
They could have made up for all of that by taking all of those same characters. Exactly. Dane predicted it. Take all the same characters, all the same actors, and make them just, 5% more likable.
But they won't.
I would have given them more credit. But they didn't. They made all of these characters, like, you want to see all of them get punched in the face. You do.
I'm just waiting for creativity to die already.
To die? It's dead. It's been dead. Like they're like,
no, this is their best.
The only
this is
thing,
their A+ effort of creativity, but it's shit.
The only thing that can save us from this world of infinite dread is Jake Paul offering people to fight to the death for the children. Like, every single movie is some bullshit girl boss, like, think of the Latinxis thing.
Do it, but make the characters more likable. That's all I'm asking.
Now,
it's hard to write
in Halo, they can't even get the action right.
Okay, let me try to at least do this. Let me try to boil it down. First of all, we didn't get enough of, you don't get to see any of Bokeem Woodbine. He's in it, but Bokeem Woodbine is one of those actors that's so great, and he's got this really unique look. I would have really, he's wearing a helmet, so you're not going to see that. But okay, so all they had to do was I'll boil it down to 2 characters because it really boils down, or to 3 characters. I'm sorry, but Shabana Azmi is miscast. Nobody in the world buys her as a military officer. You have to give somebody with more, it has to have a more physical presence than somebody who looks like an aunt or a grandma at a holiday party. You just can't do it, okay? Doesn't work. She tries to play stern or cold, doesn't work. Looks like she's going to offer you Christmas or some type of family dinner before you not punish you. Okay. And then get rid of I don't want to see it. You have to rewrite the dialogue for these characters.
Right. You can't fix this. This is unfixable.
Olive Gray
house on weak foundation shall not stand.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's no fixing this.
You are likely correct. But I'm just saying, if you make Kwan Ha more likable, if you make Dr. Miranda Keyes more likable, you at least keep me watching to episode 2.
How would they?
How
would they make them more
less
likable?
cold?
What are they referencing? Like art is theft, and their art is this like recreationally being offended stuff. So since they're never gonna watch the source material, and they told you they're proud of it, everything they do. I'm telling you, they could get Meryl Streep, Johnny Depp. They could get the whole Academy, the list of all Oscar-winning actors and directors and everything, and they're not gonna get it. They're not gonna get it because they're gonna base it off this like a woe is me attitude.
There's a line where
You're so mad.
The lady says they're talking about military.
revenge.
They're talking about military casualties.
Right.
And she says 150 casualties. Not a good look. Fuck off!
Good look.
Fuck off! That is the most. This isn't Twitter, you douche canoe.
Yikes! Bad take.
Yeah, big yikes.
Big
Might as well have said big fucking yikes. Okay, I'm swearing and I'm sorry. It's.
Dane, this is kind of like your revenge. He's angry.
He's always making me. I'm loving it. He's always making me angry, and now he's like genuinely like disturbed.
It's like
He's not gonna sleep tonight.
No, he won't.
the daughter being mad that her mom won't promote her while talking about war and politics that's the definition of Twitter. Like they're so important. They care so much about the world. They're like, war, politics. What if my job doesn't give me a promotion this year? This is not how the world works when you're not on the internet.
I got a prediction. I shouldn't even say it because they're gonna do it.
Go ahead.
At some point they're gonna make like a comparison of like the Ukraine.
The show would have been in the can by the time that happened. So
Don't you think they'll edit something in like a soundbite?
No, I don't. I think that the insurrectionist comments. I literally almost got a migraine from rolling my eyes so hard. I'm just like, ugh. And then the word propaganda. You hear somebody says something about like or this unity or so-called unity. It's just like I'm literally watching it. And
Is there equity?
And but I'm picturing the writer on their laptop with like CNN or Fox or MSNBC on in the background, like, that's a good one, bro. Let's use that word. The guy who plays the crappy character's dad, the Captain Jacob Keyes, is like, he basically has a line where he goes, it's not that simple. And he's talking about war, which is not simple. And she goes, it is simple. Like a child, okay, but he's getting lectured. I can't do it, dude. Like I was like, this is gonna be good because I'm not I'm exactly what they want this to be. I'm the person who's like, I know the video games exist. I give a lot of leeway to a lot of properties that go far from the source material. All you got to do is make the characters likable, and they couldn't. You had one job.
Are you gonna watch the second episode?
If I have some,
You have to.
well, I mean, I'm still trying to stay sober, so it depends. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Like it would like I said,
What an answer.
I'm doing a horrible job. Like the off air part will be worse for me, but I'm doing my best to be like, I'm like trying to like, if they had just done this, if this character wasn't such a twat, if this character wasn't such a douchebag, all they had to do.
Guys, I got here like 2.5 hours ago. Like the first person I saw was Brett, and he's like, "Hey, ready for the show?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good."
No.
And then I was like, "Hey, I saw we're doing like a Halo like story." All Brett did was literally like vibrate angrily. Brett's a very eloquent guy. He's the host of this show, right? He literally all he did was like rah, rah, and like started like vibrating and went up the stairs. I was like, "It's gonna be a great show."
Yeah, well. And again, I mean no disrespect to the actors. I am not saying that they're bad at their jobs. I'm saying the material you were given was garbage.
I mean all the disrespect to the actors and all the disrespect to the directors. You should feel ashamed for being a part of this. If this is how you feed your kids, I'm sure your kids would rather go hungry.
Oh.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Like I said, and I'll close off with it's a bummer because him taking his helmet off could have been a great moment. All they had to do was wait a few episodes.
Obvious, dude. I mean,
and look, it's like, I'm saying, like, I'm giving them more credit. Like, there's a lot of people who love the games who are like, his helmet should not come off no matter what. I kind of take a more neutral approach. I'm like, if they do it right, if they build it properly, if he develops a connection with this character. So the idea is that he's supposed to develop a connection with Quan, and then she finally gets to see his face, and it should be a symbol of trust and growth in their relationship, not this bullshit.
This is why I know all this is fake of the records and stuff, because it's like, oh, it said a record internal, no numbers. Master Chief takes off his helmet, reveals his face. Should this show be a massive hit, people would be talking about it, but they're not.
I will say some of the alien CGI is pretty good. Of those characters, the CGI of the battles in general to me weren't, but I was watching fairly closely. If I was only half paying attention, it probably wouldn't have been that bad. Mm-hmm. Color palette wise, it did remind me of both Killjoys and Firefly. Both Firefly, maybe that's the thing. Maybe it's immediately I got vibes to two shows that I really like. Mm-hmm. So I found this that much more offensive considering how good those shows were to me. So that's just, I will watch episode 2, but I cannot guarantee that I will not be just as angry if they don't fix the mistakes. And my guess is they don't fix the mistakes.
I'm guessing they triple down, baby boy.
We'll see. I just, I actually was fairly, I did a horrible job of explaining exactly how awful or how bad I thought it was, but I'm just going to go with they don't know how to write characters that people actually want to see succeed.
Yeah.
That's the best way I can.
Let's leave it at that.
That's the best way I can put it. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.